And we're back. Welcome to another episode of the Culture and Cannabis Podcast. My name is JC Coates. I'll be your host today. We're going to have a really interesting podcast today, just to catch everybody up. Half our team is in Oklahoma. I am here with my partner, Leilani. As you can see, I'm the only one here at the podcast by myself here in Vegas, holding down the Vegas market. But that's the plan, right? So we're coming to the fourth quarter of our 32-day expansion out in Oklahoma. So what we did is I went out there for the first week of that month. The rest of the partners stayed through. And then we're going to go the last week of that month, which is this week. Starting tomorrow, we're going to wrap up that 32-day deal out there. But for the last 2 weeks, I've been here in Vegas, owning this Las Vegas market. And just so you know, as we continue to expand, I'm going to still, hold my roots in Las Vegas. I'm going to own this market and all the relationships that we've built here. I'm going to be here a lot. And, I can't say the same for some of our partners, but, that's kind of the path that we're on. So, just a quick update with the Oklahoma expansion project. One more week and that whole 32-day process is going to come to an end. And, man, it's just going to be an incredible process. So we're here in just a second. We're gonna tap in our partners from Oklahoma. We're gonna dive into all those stories. But just really quick, last week was an amazing show. We had some Las Vegas movers and shakers, guys from the cannabis community here in the studio last week. We had Asher Valentine, Ruby LBC in the building. These guys are just doing a ton, participating in the community out here, going to some sessions. I think Remy's hosting some of the sessions, and it's cool to see the community thriving out here in Vegas. But yeah, good show. Go check that out. Listen, if you missed some of these podcasts, you can get caught up on all of them. cultureandcannabislv.com. You can listen. You can check out a podcast that we drop every single week. Dive into the story, right? Listen, it's like a video diary of everything that we're putting together. Kind of like some would say, kind of like making history, right? We're participating in this brand new legal industry, the cannabis industry, and we're trying to lead the charge, right? Lead the charge with community, great products, great media, and putting some of the people first, right? And telling that story, and hosting it on a bunch of different levels of content for you guys, so you can consume it and participate with us and go on that journey with us. But yeah, that's what's going on. Listen, we let's talk about our products, right? So our products are doing amazing in the Nevada market right now. It looks like our famous 7-gram ready to roll bag. It's just crushing it. All of our retail partners, just want to shout some of those guys out. Exhale, it's crushing the 7-gram ready to rolls over there. We're selling a bunch of them at our Curaleaf partner stores in Ely on Las Vegas Boulevard. Acres on Western is selling a ton of them. We just brought on a new partner, MMJ America. Man, they are slinging the heck out of those 7-gram bags. And here's the thing about them, like the new lots that were coming down, they're testing super high. I mean, listen, this is not a 7-gram shake bag, right? These are small buds, hand ground, comes with a free bag, free rolling papers. Listen, some of these lots are testing about like 25, 27%. And that's the 91 Chem in the Las Vegas Kush. Guys, go pick up a Culture and Cannabis ready to roll. Listen, they're slinging out the door. Listen, and when it comes to our concentrates, right? So now we have the live resin. The strawberry punch is from Serene. It's only offered at MJ America right now. So go down there, check out the Culture and Cannabis live resin. It's popping off. So listen, that's some updates on kind of the Las Vegas products and kind of what's going on up here. But let's jump back into kind of the Culture and Cannabis team and see what's going on. I think Anthony, are you out there? Whoa, Anthony, what's good, brother?
Yo,
man, full time Tony. I can hear you, brother. Tell me where you're at here. What's going on?
Can you hear us?
We can hear you.
Good. So we're currently here today in Tulsa, Oklahoma. We are at Kush Dispensary. This is one of the premier dispensaries here in Tulsa. Everyone loves this place. They have some awesome in-store event series, and they are really good with their marketing especially when it comes to marketing. They have some great buses. You have 2 buses actually, and a van.
Nice.
So they're like crushing it when it comes to that. So they're currently on the bigger of the 2 buses right now, and
Nice. Well, that was short lived. We caught some of it, Tony, but it looks like you're literally inside of a bus, right? Almost there. I don't know if it's all the weed that you're smoking in the bus that's making it a little bit staticky, or if it's the bus itself. But the Kush bus, it looks like it might be hurting a little bit. Man, Tony, listen. Here's the thing. We're documenting the process, right? We're documenting the process. Listen, Tony, I think we can hear you now. You're in the actual Kush bus. Is that correct?
I'm in the Kush bus, bro. Like we're in this thing. The same bus I smoked weed with Afro Man about 7 days ago.
I was gonna say I thought I saw you in that exact bus on Instagram with Afro Man, and he was wearing the famous weed suit too, right?
Yeah, and Afro Man's coming back here on Friday.
Nice. That's a beautiful thing. How is Afro Man doing?
Afro Man's doing great. Afro Man's been he's rocking and rolling. Chris has a great relationship with him. Chris is the owner here at Kush Dispensaries.
What's good, Chris?
Some awesome free here on Saturday. So
nice.
We want him to come back down here, JC, and do some videos with Mike. Let's say what's up, my buddy.
Mike's gonna be at the Smokelahoma tour.
Smokelahoma tour.
Yes, that's this weekend in Claremore, Oklahoma.
Claremore. We were just there.
Yeah, first annual.
Smokelahoma tour.
Yes.
Oh, and Kush is gonna be a part of it.
Yeah.
Awesome. So we'll be there this weekend with Mike Jones and Afro Man, and Chris is gonna give us all the VIP passes. We're gonna do a bunch of video with it. It's gonna be dope.
Nice, yep. Nice. Chris is taking me to the Smokelahoma tour. I can't wait. That's dope, man. Listen, Chris, I think what you're doing out there is legendary, brother. Not only are you smoking in a giant, beautiful bus at your dispensary, but like some of the marketing that you're doing over there. We went into the store. It's a really great looking store. But the fact that you're connecting the music and the culture to some of the cannabis, I think it's a great move. And how's it working for you? Is it paying off?
Man, it is. We like to give back to the community. So we pay money to get these in. For us, get everyone to have fun. We want to build relationships with our customers, with our patients.
And
we like to have.
And what's so cool about this place is that you can tell that the locals really vibe with this spot, right? When we were here, we've been to multiple events here in Oklahoma, and we came to this one. It was like every single person that we saw at all these small events came to this one. So that's what was so cool about it, was seeing the culmination of different communities coming together here at Kush Dispensary.
Very cool.
We promote that. Cannabis back in the 60s and 70s brought everyone together, and then when everything got legalized, it seems like it's pulling people apart. So we want to be the group that helps everyone get back together. Like it used to be. Like it used to be all fun and happy.
Yes.
And that's what we're trying to achieve that again.
That's great.
With guys like you, build relationships.
Oh, I love that. I love that. I can't wait to get down there and meet you, Chris, and really get into an in-depth conversation about all that stuff. And I love how you guys are connecting with the patients, right, through the event experience and stuff like that. So I mean, let's talk about the patients, right? I mean, versus like the recreational user. I mean, is there a lot of like, patients using on a recreational level, or is it? Would you call that a recreational way of consuming cannabis? The way that you guys are kind of like rolling with it with the events, or what is your comparison there of the recreational patient to the non-recreational patient?
And I feel that we have both kinds of patients that come in. That's whenever I said customers and patients earlier, because we know who our customers are, what they want. They're the ones that are in there just trying to get high, recreational wise. We do have true patients that come in that they need our help. Their back hurts that day. Their anxiety is up. Anything it could be. We have a little guy that comes in. He's what, 8 years old. He has Tourette's. He knows exactly what kind of teacher that he wants, and we love it. We love him. And he's a great little kid. Katie, anything to say? Yes.
Yes, we have Katie here, also in the bus with us. Katie is Chris's beautiful wife and also a part owner of Kush Dispensary.
Nice. Is it Katie? Nice.
Yes.
Nice to meet you.
Got her time in.
Nice to meet you.
We're gonna get nice and tight.
I'm gonna be down there next week, so I definitely want to carve out some time and go down this relationship path with you guys and see where we can really connect and do some damage out there, and in a good way. How's that sound?
For sure.
Well, cool. I mean, so all right, so Tony, where do you?
Yes, sir.
Where do you like? What's happening on the bus right now? Are you about to do another podcast on the bus, or?
We're gonna hop on. We're gonna do the Kush Life podcast. This podcast put on by Marshall right here and
Very cool.
Chris. They do different subjects once a week. They do have similar time as us on Thursdays.
Nice.
And some guests just like myself to talk about different products and stuff that's going on in the community.
That's
Yeah,
beautiful.
it's mostly we dive into the Oklahoma medical side of it. I'm a patient. That's how I came in. That's how I met him. And so, we definitely dive into the strain specific. I nailed it. See, I'm only a young smoker, so I mess up a lot on a bunch of the crazy words that I don't fully know all the vocabulary. And it's been a fun journey for us, bringing in farmers, growers, bringing in different people that can let the community know why they're growing it for Oklahoma. We're no longer a flyover state, maybe. We're crossing our fingers, It's become a good place to live.
Well, that's great. I think the community needs the podcast, right? And I can only speak for myself. We've been doing a podcast for about 3 years now, and I've just through the process you learn so much, right? And you get to connect with so many people. So I think it's great that you guys are doing that podcast. I'm glad that Tony's there getting to participate with you guys. And listen, where can they find the podcast? Where can they find you guys on Instagram and send us out with some parting words.
Yeah, no, appreciate the shout out. You can find it on Apple and any of the main podcast platforms. It's Kush Life Podcast, and then of course on Instagram it'll be the same Kush Life Podcast. Facebook, Instagram. We're not really that heavy on Instagram yet. So it'd probably be better if you want to do the Instagram and the visual stuff. Go follow the dispensary site. The podcast isn't, we're not really doing a lot visually. Go follow the main.
It is www.kushdispensary.life. LIFE.
Nice. Chris, I appreciate it, man. I'm gonna be out there next week. I can't wait to come and connect with you guys.
For sure, man.
Send us out, Tony.
Let's go eat some dinner and chop it up.
100%. Let's make it happen. You good, Tony?
All right. Thanks, JC.
What's up, buddy?
We're out here, bro. We're out here, man. We're going to hop on this podcast, but I love you, buddy. I can't wait to see you tomorrow. We're going to finish up this great Oklahoma.
Nice. I appreciate you guys. I love you guys, too, and I'll see you tomorrow. Boom. There it is. Listen, it's not the best audio in the world, and I apologize for that. But listen, that's how it goes sometimes when you're just kind of like making things happen and getting it done. I mean, Tony's on the road. We have to document the process. And, last week he was just coming from a sales meeting, right? And so he had to set up the podcast in the car, remote him in from the studio. But we're getting it done, right? Because, there's a key principle that I love to live by, right? It doesn't have to be perfect, right? But you need to show up every single day. So listen, as you can see, I am here by myself. I'm going to attempt to bring some value. Yeah, see, I'm here by myself. Everyone ghosted me. JC is on the podcast by himself. But listen, I'm going to attempt to bring you guys some value. I'm going to go into just a little bit of a topic here that you might be interested in, and just something that I know about. And then hopefully it brings some value to you guys, and then I'll send you guys out with that. And so listen, how can you the people in cannabis, right? Everyone, it's such an exciting time to be in the industry, right? And everyone wants to participate in the legal market. And you run into so many like hustlers and movers and shakers, and it's like, how do you get into the business, right? And it's different from state to state because of the way that the states regulate, right? It's different from state to state. For example, right, the Nevada market kind of released a limited privileged license situation, so it created this kind of situation to where not everybody could get a license, right? For example, like in Oklahoma, where if you had like $7,500 or $2,500, you could get a license in the beginning, but not the case in Oklahoma. And so, it made a lot of people feel like they couldn't get into the industry. And it's true. There's a lot of people couldn't, right? Because there was all those barriers, right? But to the people who are super determined, and the people who refuse to quit, and the people who refuse to give up on looking for a way in, there is a way, right? And we found a way, and we don't have a license, and we didn't have millions of dollars to do it, but we were able to kind of get in and make it work. And so I want to share with you just a little bit of our kind of like the key principles on how we did it, and then maybe it can help you in your business, right? And so really, like, how do you start a business with no money? How do you get it done, right? And so the way that we did it was through content marketing. And when I say no money, I mean, maybe a couple $100 a month, right? If you could come up with, $300, $500 a month, to throw at your side hustle. If you don't have that, you probably shouldn't be doing a side hustle anyway, right? But if you have that grit and you have that drive to do it, you can come up with $300 to $500. You could probably do it. And that's how I did it, right? And so what I did was started doing, it's just content marketing, right? So how I started creating content through what you might call a content centerpiece, right? So you have a brand that you're going to push, or a business that you're going to push, and you're going to do it through content marketing. You need a content centerpiece, right? It's going to be that one thing that you produce on a weekly, maybe twice a month, or maybe even only monthly, right? That could be a podcast, that could be a written blog, that could be an event, right? And for me, that content centerpiece was an event. And so what you do with that content centerpiece is you produce, and for me, I chose the event. I produced the event on a monthly basis. We took pictures of the event, and then we made a video of the event. So each month I ended up with 30 photos and one 60-second video. With that content that we created from the content centerpiece, we were able to release it on a daily basis on Instagram for free. And then what you do is you come up with a storyline or a narrative, what your brand represents, what your brand is trying to accomplish. And then you put that in the copy, or you write about the pictures that you took from the event. You write about that, right? And that creates that storyline. Now, what you can also do with the event is you can make it a free event, right? And so that's what I did. Culture and Cannabis is a free event for 3 years, right? And so all you had to do is give your email to us, right? And so we took the email, you got free admission to the event. So now I didn't only get content from my content centerpiece, this content centerpiece also became a data collection program for me, right? So came to the event, give me your email. Now I can create not only the pictures and the video content, now I can create the written content for an email letter that I started to send out once a month, right? So now once you start going into month 2, you have pictures rolling out every month, you have a video rolling out once a month, and you can probably do a written email letter twice or once a month. Now, continue to do that content centerpiece over and over that collects the data and creates the photo and the video content over and over on a monthly basis, right? And so with the premise that, or the thesis that this process builds community, right? So you have to build community in effort to get people to buy things from you, right? If you don't have anybody paying attention to what you're going to do, nobody's going to buy stuff from you. So the content centerpiece also builds community. So if it happens one time, if you do it again, then it's going to kind of create this snowball effect. So you do it over. What you do is you implement commitment, right? And so you make a commitment for, let's say, 12 months, and you produce that event on a monthly basis 12 times. What you're going to happen is you're going to have a snowball effect, right? And so at the end of that 12 months, let's say from the first event, you got 50 emails. The second event, you got 100 emails. The third event, you got 300. At the end of that 12-month commitment process, right? You're going to have all those photos, you're going to have 12 videos, you're going to have all this written content that you've created for your email newsletter, right? And then, I mean, it just snowballs and it goes on and on and on. And then your email list gets bigger and bigger and bigger, right? And so then you have this kind of community that you just kind of caress and you kind of massage, or what you do is just you communicate to them, right? And it just gets bigger and you get more, influence. People are more interested in what you're going to do. And so once you have all that kind of like leverage, or that community, or that attention, then you can in turn leverage that and make deals with that with different manufacturing people to help you make products to sell things to the community that you've created. And so listen, that's how we did it. It is pretty simple, and it just takes a little bit of vision. It takes some goals, and it takes commitment. But you can start a business through event marketing, build community with solid intent to build value or bring value, and it works, right? And over time, you'll build leverage, and you'll build enough confidence, or enough interest in your audience that people will want to start purchasing things, or buying or participating in the things that you guys want to do. And listen, it pays off. And if you go about it with the intent to really impact people with positivity through your experiences or your products, it really turns your journey into a fulfillment process, because you're impacting people with love and positivity. And so listen, that's the path that I've taken with our business and with my personal fulfillment path, and it's really been a great process. And listen, everyone that supports us, it just means the world to us. I've been on this culture and cannabis journey for going on 5 years now, and looks like we have the brand in 2 states now. Looks like by February we'll be in that 3rd market, and it's just been an incredible process. The opportunity to connect and touch with different people in the cannabis community, on the medical level, on the recreational level. It's just been a blessing and an honor in itself. And for everyone that supports us, I just can't say thank you enough. So listen, I hope that brought a little bit of value to you guys. And listen, I'm just going to leave you guys with that, and I will catch you guys next Thursday on the Culture and Cannabis Podcast. Peace.